last episode, Alexis did say this. Check it out. I'm not necessarily expecting the U.S. to lose. I don't think Morocco's just
I don't think
overwhelming opponent.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
They can get it done.
I wouldn't be surprised by either result.
Right.
Unless we lose like 4-0. Then I'm like, all right, I'm surprised.
Yeah. That would be quite a shock.
Can I just say something? I'm surprised.
we are all surprised.
I'm quite surprised.
You say 4-0 like that'll never happen.
I said unless we lose 4-0. I didn't say I guarantee you with my savings.
But even putting that out into
It's not my fault. I didn't manifest it. I'm not Marko Mitrovic.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying that it just seems so far fetched. You say it's a 4-0. Crazy. There's no way.
I said I wouldn't be surprised unless. And let me tell you, your boy was shocked watching this. This was essentially 90 minutes of just capitulation, bro. It was 90 minutes of failure.
Look, again, we had.
Can you give me 3 good things that happened in this match? Don't you dare soft step this.
No. So look, I'm just gonna say this. We were having this conversation last time about you saying capitulation and all these things. And again, I won't use words like that for these. These are the baby USMNTs. Okay,
nah, it doesn't matter, bro.
No,
there was 3 overage players on the squad.
4-0 is crazy. To lose 4-0
in the Olympics is look,
wild. This is my watching the game, and it just got more just progressively depressing as you're watching. You're just like, they can't figure anything out.
We started out bad and never got better, maybe a little bit in the beginning of the second half, and they started out good and got better.
Yeah.
It was disheartening.
It's like different from the way we played France, where like you lose 3-0, yes, but there's moments.
Well, we did that because we were going after them. We were trying something.
Yeah, but there were no ideas.
No,
there was nothing. And again, the benching Duncan Maguire and bringing on Griffin Yao felt like the right move because Griffin Yao really, really impressed in his when he had his time. But then he just everybody had the worst game they've just ever had.
Speaking of Griffin Yao, by the way, I mean, I don't often watch Westerlo matches. You know what I mean? That don't hit my radar, I'm
more of a Waterloo guy.
Yeah. You hate Napoleon Bonaparte. Look, Brian Reynolds is also on the same team. Apparently, as Tom Bogart said on the morning show,
Bogart.
Bogart.
I mean, you say
Tom Bogart.
a little.
We got to switch the last name. Tommy Scoop said that European clubs, in particular championship clubs, are interested in both of them, actually, but in particular, Griffin Yao, based on the way he played. And I think that's fair. But in this game, no one's getting scouted off this match from the U.S. men's national team.
It was bad. It was bad. I mean, like I was, we've been doing these recaps for Yahoo, for Yahoo Sports after these matches.
I'm so happy I switched this one off with you.
This is one of them where I'm like, all right, well, let me find something.
Let me look at my nose real quick.
There's something I can find.
Sorry, everything's written in Moroccan.
It was brutal, and it's hard to find any positives out of this because everyone was. Look, Kevin Paredes was the highest rated player, and I thought he like kind of tried the hardest and was going at.
He would be your outlet, so that makes sense.
But nobody could figure anything out, and credit to Morocco. It's just like the midfield was just clogged up, and there wasn't any real any real chemistry. There was just really nothing. I mean, there were one shot on target, I believe, which is just what I mean. It's the stats kind of tell the story if you didn't watch the game. But
Ariel who I thought had a great tournament up until this match. Just had a rough one.
2 penalties.
Yeah, 2 penalties
given away. I mean, look, the first one it's usually that first mistake that is like, can they get past this adversity right here?
And you'd be like, all right, that's nothing. Get back.
But also, like, why is he swinging? And it's not that why is he swinging his leg to try to get the ball. The frustration for me is like, you don't know there's a guy there. I know there's like, you don't have a lot of time to think, but
yeah, I mean, he's coming from your blind spot, but when you check, you should kind of be aware of that as a defender.
Yeah.
It's hard for me this is one where I'll say like, okay, because he's so young and he doesn't have a lot of experience at this level, it's tough for me to sit here and say. And of the older players, okay, Walker Zimmerman and Robinson had good tournaments, and I thought defensively they were tight. Testament, I think probably Testament and for me, Paredes probably walk away with the most, the highest level buzz enough where I'm like, okay, I can see both these players on the senior team
Sure.
out of anybody else. But overall, if I had to give this a grade, I'd say this is a 4 out of 10
For the whole team.
for the whole team, for the tournament.
For the tournament.
For the tournament. You played 2 teams you were supposed to beat. The 2 good teams you didn't score. You lost by a goal differential of 7-0.
I mean, I'd probably go like maybe 5. Nothing crazy.
We're not that far off.
We're not that far off.
You made it seem like you were going 7.
But yeah.
You and I are pretty positive when it comes to.
Yeah, and it was hard to see. You know, there's a photo of Kevin Paredes like crying after the game, and so I think sometimes for
but him being younger and Dominican, I saw you walking up to him with a lolly. And I was like, no. No, he's a pro.
No, I said, Dominican men don't cry. Don't
hold it in.
Don't you show weakness. What is your second family going to think?
I know, good God. You got your wife and your 8 side pieces in this stadium.
You can't go up to them
good
after this.
God.
No, man. It was it's hard. Like I think sometimes for us we're like, oh, it's a youth. The Olympics for the men is a youth tournament.
I didn't treat it that way. I really didn't treat it as a youth thing.
That's fair. Look, the one thing I say
is for an Olympic medal. It's kind of important.
I agree. I do think the challenge of the Olympic Games, the matches between games is a very short turnaround with 2 days, sometimes 3. There's not a lot of rest, and so I was watching this game. I'm like, they're just tired. They're like, there's no way they literally cannot keep up. So, and playing it, the heat wave that we're currently in France has been bad as well. Mm-hmm. And they're playing in.
Yeah, but Morocco had as many games. Morocco played in the same heat.
But I think they were just more fit. That's just, it's not an excuse.
That the thing we're supposed to be, like, regardless of everything else? Maybe we don't have like the tactical, skills, but we're at least always fit. What the hell's going on?
I don't know.